What if the history we were taught isn't entirely true? What if Christopher Columbus was not the first outsider to reach America? For centuries, his name has been written as the beginning of a story. But long before 1492, sails from the north had already crossed the Atlantic. And this time, history has proof. Over the years, many theories have claimed that others reached America before Columbus. Some speak of the ancient Greeks, others of the Romans, the Phoenicians, or even Chinese fleets. These civilizations were skilled sailors, and the ideas are fascinating. But there is a problem. None of these theories are supported by solid archaeological evidence. No settlements, no tools, no structures, except for one group, the Vikings. The Vikings were Norse seafarers from Scandinavia, modern-day Norway, Iceland, and Greenland. They were not just raiders, as popular culture suggests. They were explorers, traders, and master navigators of the open ocean. By the late 10th century, Vikings had already settled Iceland and Greenland. From there, the next step west was inevitable. Around the year 1000 AD, nearly 500 years before Columbus, a Viking explorer named Leif Erikson sailed west from Greenland. According to Norse sagas, he reached a land rich in resources, forests, fresh water, and wild grapes. They called it Vinland. For centuries, this story was dismissed as legend, until archaeology caught up with the sagas. In the 1960s, archaeologists discovered something extraordinary at Meadows, on the northern tip of Newfoundland, Canada. They found Viking-style longhouses, iron tools, and evidence of metalworking. These were not shipwreck remains. This was a settlement. Today, Meadows is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is the only confirmed pre-Columbian European settlement in the Americas. This is not a theory. This is fact. So why did the Vikings go there? They were looking for timber, which was rare in Greenland, and other valuable land resources. Vinland offered all of that. But exploration does not always mean success. The Viking presence in America was temporary. Historians believe they stayed for only a few years, possibly just seasonally. Why did they leave? There were likely several reasons. Conflicts with indigenous peoples, whom they called Skrælings, long supply lines, and a lack of long-term support from Greenland. The settlement was abandoned. Vinland was forgotten. So why didn't this change history? Unlike Columbus, the Vikings did not establish permanent colonies, did not create lasting trade routes, and did not connect the Americas to Europe. Their discovery had no lasting global impact. So while they reached America first, they did not change the world because of it. Columbus did. So what does this tell us? History is not always wrong, but it is often simplified. Christopher Columbus did not discover an empty world, and he was not the first outsider to reach its shores. Nearly 500 years earlier, Viking ships had already touched the American continent. Their story reminds us that history is not just what we are taught, but what we continue to uncover. And sometimes, the truth was written in the wind long before it was written in books. And this is just one drop in history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to Drop in History for more amazing history every week. See you in the next video.